Hey guys, Ken's 97 Stowe 171 back again. This is part 3 of our off-roading series. Got the dash cam running. Audio is going through a voice recorder with a fuzzy mic, and I've also got the GoPro running underneath the vehicle because once we get into here, there's some pretty cool stuff, and I'll just try to synchronize it, or I don't know what I'll do, but I'm gonna have to edit it, which was trying to not do, but there really isn't another way. And I found a way to get the editor that I had. It was the one mode that it was missing was 1440p, and so I always either had to upscale or downscale, and but I found out how to get that get 1440p in there. So this is a valley we used to go shooting in. It's been a few years. We're going to go all the way back into the back here, and I'll show you around. And then, so this area here, we'll go in here first. This area here, didn't exist a few years ago. There was some heavy equipment parked in here. If you look at Google Maps, that equipment is no longer here, but they must have blasted out or pulled out some of the rock out of this hillside. Oh, God. People obviously do still go shooting back here because there are shotgun shells and beer bottles and shit all over the place. Again, I hate that. Shotgun shells, you know, not such a big deal. Still really ought to pick up after yourself. You know, they're bright red. It's not that difficult to pick up the shotgun shells that you left someplace. There's a good view of the valley though, too. Whew. It does get very windy here, so if there are loud wind gusts occasionally, nothing I can do about it. God. Shooting out here, we had steel targets set up from at like 100, 300, 500, 700, I think 1500, and then there was a target out at 1 mile, and one of the guys in our group had a Barrett 50. He was a sniper, I believe, in Vietnam or Korea. I'm not totally sure which, actually. Probably Vietnam. And both. And you know, he was no longer a first shot hit the 1 mile target kind of guy. But the fun of it was just spending the day walking the hits in. Kind of an interesting tree right here. Have a few of these where I live too. There are beans hanging off of that. So you can see little string things hanging off. Those are beans, and horses and burros and anything else that can reach those love to eat those. I believe we can eat. They're edible, obviously, for horses. So probably safe for us too, although we might want to cook them first, I don't know. But the horses, my neighbor has horses, and he had one of those trees nearby, and the horse used to love to sit there, and he'd reach over the fence and try to get every one of them. I'm just going to do a quick spin in here to give you a little. There's a road that goes off that way. And shotgun shells in front of us there on the ground. And there's a bunch of trash. Somebody had a fire going there. It's a really cool little rock formation there in front of us. There's some junk there in front of me I don't want to drive over. See, I don't understand leaving the trash. I just don't. There's no reason for that. Just take your shit with you. Sorry, littering is a pet peeve of mine anywhere, but when you have a pristine wilderness, or when it used to be pristine, it drives me nuts even more. Bring a freaking trash bag with you and take your shit back out with you, instead of just dumping it out here. Trespassing, no hunting, no firearms. This is private property. And in Texas, you pay attention to those things. Do not trespass. Oh, that's some gnarly shit right there. We might. This isn't what I was thinking of, but let's. Might be kind of fun to watch the GoPro camera on that. If the camera survives, doesn't get knocked off by the hill. actually a wash right here, not a road. But the road does continue. I should have restarted the video right at the beginning of this. You know what we need to do? Go 4-wheel low, so I can go a little slower. Without having to, I was having to slip the clutch a little bit and bring the engine down just a little too slow there. Tell you, these Wranglers are like a goat, man. They go just about anywhere. You do want to be careful in these washes, though, because hold on, guys, I'm going to pick this up. Just give me a second. There's a piece of metal debris right to my left here. I'm going to throw it off the trail. Somebody will drive over that and break a tire. Oh boy. Okay. I don't know how far we'll go into this wash. In fact, you know what, we probably ought to not do this. First of all, I've got some place that I need to take you to, and we're getting farther away from that, not closer. Also, being in a wash, not really smart. There's no rain that's happened anywhere. Well, a couple days, yesterday or the day before it rained. But the problem is that a lot of times the wash ends up having pretty big chunky gravel, and it's easy to sink in the gravel, and you can get yourself buried pretty easily, because when the weight of the vehicle gets in the gravel, it just pushes the gravel out of the way, because it's not really like concreted together, and you can get yourself stuck pretty easy. So we're gonna go back the way we came. These wide cactuses here are pretty cool. You can actually eat those, and the fruit of them is edible too when it comes out. You got to, I think they're called prickly pear, I believe, and you have to, there's a bunch of little needles on the side, like hair-like needles. You got to scrape that off, and then you bake them or cook them on a fire. You can throw them right in the fire, and then you cut the skin off and you eat the flesh on the inside. Oh boy. This is way gnarlier, more gnarly than the place I was going to take you. It was only a few little places that were kind of like this across a little stream. But this ended up being a lot more cool off-roady section. And there are a lot of other trails out here that are just like this. And hopefully in the future, we can investigate some of them together, and I can show some of them to you. Low range, and I want to go make sure the GoPro is still on the front of it, still on the bumper. There were a few little dips there. I was a little worried it might hit because it's under the bumper. Yep, still there. Okay guys, I think I'm gonna pause the video here. Okay guys, I'm gonna let you just look at the scenery here for a minute like you just did, and that didn't make any damn sense. And we will start here again in just a few minutes for you guys, well, whenever I post it, and a few seconds for me. Ken's 97 Stowe. This is the end of part 3, I believe. See you guys in a little bit.